what we got is our heart.
That's right.
It pumps, hopefully, and it keeps pumping, whether we do anything to it or not. You understand what I'm trying to say? It pumps and we're asleep. How many people know when you're asleep, that's your closest state to death?
Yes, right.
Yeah, when you're in deep REM sleep, you're out, man. You don't know what's going on. You don't know nothing. People talking in their sleep, they be telling all kind of stuff. They be telling all the deep, dark secrets in the middle of their sleep. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to come right to you. Yeah, in that sleeping. But the thing of it is, we're going to get there too, hopefully. The thing of it is, though, is that our arteries get all clogged up. Okay? Keep your thought, make sure you don't lose it. Picture a water hose or a straw. But I like to use the water hose, where you're turning on the faucet and water is just gushing out, nice and full thing there, okay, stream, all right? And then picture something is you know how you put one of those little things on there and make it go ski, something like that? So picture then that now it can't come out that way. It's coming out maybe in little spurts or little streams, or is it still? So what's happening in our blood system when we get it all clogged up, full of cholesterol and all kinds of gooky stuff that's in there? Okay, yeah. Our blood then can't really flow through like that water hose, like it's just rushing through. All right. So then we're sitting, and then it starts to cake up and clog up even more. You see what I'm saying? And so now you decide that I'm going to move maybe a little bit, but I don't move up, and you'll try to go do something, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what was that? You see what I'm trying to say? Now because something trying to move through it, and if you don't watch it, you can get, I don't want to say clots, but that can happen. Things can happen in there. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to get blood clots and clogged up arteries and vessels. That's when you have to go in and get some bypass done. That's when we go in and put some new arteries in and bypass the one that's clogged up and all that stuff. Used to work in surgery. I'm not going to make it too graphic, okay? We'll just leave that, but you understand what I'm saying. All right. Okay. So the key to it is to move. So how can we move? So we said, well, Sister Pinkston, I see you're all out there everywhere in the parks, and y'all all over the place and up and down the hills, and you're just doing all this stuff and whatever. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. If you can just to start out where you are, if you can do 5 minutes a day to just get up and maybe just walk around your apartment or somewhere. You see what I'm saying? I got some people, all they do is they just walk around, they play a game with their daughter. With her daughter. She say, my daughter helps me. I'll go this way and she'll go that way. You see what I'm trying to say? We'll work on, just going so many realms around there. Or maybe if you can go out into the yard and then maybe come back. If you can, with the snowing, you don't have to. Okay? There's leg exercises that you can do. You don't have to buy a lot of stuff. You can get a chair, okay? And you can sit in the chair and then help yourself get up or move around the chair. You see what I'm trying to say? Do any little thing. The goal to it is to move. You can get soup cans. I got a video where I'm doing soup cans, okay? So people want to be worried about, I can't buy them weights and all that stuff. You worry about it. Get a bottle of water, soup can. And you can you see what I'm saying? Just do some little stuff over your head. You see what I'm saying? Do some little stuff. There, yeah. You're just singing one of those songs. Won't it be grand? Oh, won't it be grand? And let me share this with you too. While I was saying that. Singing is one of the best things you can do for your lungs. I don't care what you sound like. Okay? And I don't care who you sound like. Why? It's making you breathe deeply, and it's making you exert. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So therefore, it's good for your lungs. It's also good for your mentality, because what the scriptures say, make a melody in your heart, singing what? Songs and hymns unto the Lord. Right. Amen? So it's working on your mentality as well. Is that right? All of this will help us to live longer and healthier. Okay? Let's move to the next one. So we're going to move now. Whether it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, you start small. Don't start big. Don't just come out there tomorrow and say, I'm going to be with you next week, Mrs. B, I'm going with you. Because I'm going to tell you, we be going. We be going. Today we were at Tinker Park. Yeah, we be going. We be getting our 10,000 steps in at work. I get 20,000 in with no problem. I don't sit down. I deliberately don't do it. I sit down on my break. Yeah, they know. Say, I said, nope. So I'm getting my steps in. Yeah, I got a portable computer. You in that computer, and you're going around and taking care of stuff. No, I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to get 20,000 steps like me. And you ain't got to do that. That's not what you need to do. But you do need to do something. Somebody say, do something.
Do something.
Yes, do something. Keeping the blood flowing freely helps our heart. Keeping the weight under control helps our heart. Okay? Our frame. We don't want to have too much weight on. Amen? And you have to find out what your body build is. Now, brother, he's tall and he's got a big build. So now his BMI, body mass index, which it might not be where he normally would be or would like to be, but no matter even at your ideal weight, your body mass index will be bigger than mine. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I can't compare it with you and your height and your body, your stance. You understand what I'm saying? So it's personal. See? So you find out what is personal for you. Now, they do have a statistics. They do have a statistics for men and women. Body mass index, they like for you to be 35 women in the waist or less. And men, I think, is, 37, somewhere up there, I don't know. But women, our waist size, they want us to be, that's body mass index. They like for you to be there. Let me say this. Okay. Why am I talking about? What happens is this. We were talking about sitting still. We're still in a good spot. We need to work on our midsection. All right? We need to work on our midsection. Why is that important? Can anybody tell me?
Because that's where you contain most weight.
Okay. And do you know what kind of weight that is? Do you know there's a name for that particular fat? Anybody know what it is?
Cholesterol?
No, that's icky stuff, but that's good. But I'm going to give you a minute. Anybody know what it is?
I started to say it was processed, but I forgot, but I didn't know.
That's a C, by the way. It's called visceral fat. That's the deadly one. Why is that? Because it's around your organs. It's in here, around the organs, okay? It's around your intestines and around everything that's in your inside there. Yeah. And so that's the one we don't want. The one that's out here, whatever, yeah, you can handle that with muscles and whatever the case may be. But this guy in here, that visceral fat that's in the abdominal area, yeah, that's the bad one, okay? So we don't want that one. So moving can help us get rid of that. Staying away from so much salty food we've talked about, definitely not smoking. And then we're going to do another one. And this is not even anything to do with food. Think about it. How about stop holding a grudge?
Okay, come on.
Whoa, how can that help us take care of our temple? Give us some wisdom on how to do that, God. What's that? Grudge. Stop holding grudges. Come on, somebody talk to me real quick. Why is that important?
Because too, like you building up inside your body anger, and it works on your the mind. It works on everything, your speech, your tongue, whatever comes out. Because
yes.
You're holding it in like blowing a fuse.
Yes.
It could, explode.
Brother, what's your name? Yes. Brian, would you take your phone and look up cortisol? Cortisol is a hormone. Look up cortisol real quick. Grudges, when we're holding in that internal bitterness, in the anger, or something we won't let go of, it affects us. It can cause us to have an ulcer. It can affect, the gastric juices eat at your stomach. It can cause you to have a heart attack. It causes you to have high blood pressure. It causes you to arthritis. It can just, say it again over there. Stress. It just goes on and on and on. You see what I'm saying? It can lead to a stroke. It can lead to any number of things. Holding a grudge. So the Lord tell us what? There's a word. We have to forgive. And forgiveness is a word that most people don't want to hear about right now. How you expect me to forgive? Come on. I tell you this. Forgiveness is for you.
That's it. Come on.
It's for me. Because that way, did you find it, brother?
Cortisol?
Yeah.
The primary stress hormone?
Yeah. Yeah, would you read this? Is there any comments on it?
It said it increases sugar in the bloodstream. It enhances your brain use of glucose and increases the availability of substance that repairs tissue.
Okay, I don't think that's the one I'm looking for. It's cortisol, not zone, sol. Okay, anyway, what's happening is here. It is a hormone, we release it. We're not to have too much of it, or we're not. The one I'm talking about sits on top of it enhances your kidney, okay? It affects your kidney failure, your kidney function. So if you are too stressed out, as she mentioned, or whatever, it's bad on the kidney, and it makes the kidney produce more of this cortisol, okay? You produces more of it. And if you don't have enough, so it's a balance. You got to have a balance there. So grudging and stress and just being always geared up, okay, and just in a tight wad is not good. It's not good at all, okay? We need to relax. We need to have peace. How can we have peace? Jesus said what? My peace I give to you, right? Not as the world gives, right? Peace that surpasses what? All understanding. In the midst of the storm, you have peace. You heard Bishop talk about when his wife being sick, and there folks are wondering why he's not running around, stressful. He was aware of it. He was, if I can use the word in a not worrified way, concerned about it. He wanted to know what was going on about it, but he wasn't jumping up and down. You understand what I'm trying to say? And really just going after it. Yes, brother.
When my grandma was going through that, me and my granddad was sitting in the living room, and I asked him, I'm like, how come you're not like scared or you're not worried? Because he just was sitting there, he just was like relaxed.
Yes.
And I was crying. I'm like, Grandpa, why you not worried?
Yes.
He's like, well, I have peace and God in control.
Yes.
So it was like,
yes. 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 Awesome. And I'll tell you something else too. I can remember having that peace in crying. You can cry and have that peace. It's okay. What I'm saying is, you're sitting here, we're human, and it's okay. Men don't do a lot of crying, but you know what I'm trying to say is, it's human, it's okay. And you can be sitting in, and you can have little tears coming out, but you're saying like, you know what? God's got it. You understand what I'm trying to say? God's got it. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Remember Grandma knows? Remember the thumb twitch? Y'all remember this? Y'all see that? Yeah. See? Yeah, the elderly folks, they used to sit, and they used to rock, I'll stay in front of the camera, and they have that going. And look, they're going back and forth. Why are you doing that? Little thumb twiddle. It's all right. God's got it, honey. It's in God's hands. What you mean it's in God's hands? You should be out doing something. Honey, it's in God's hands. I prayed about it. It's all right. God's going to work it out. Amen? Amen. Yes.
I was just going to tell you what that cortisol, what you was talking about.
Okay.
It's a stress causes cortisol surges when you perceive danger and cause all kinds of symptoms we associate with fight or flight.
It rises.
Increased blood pressure, heart rate,
there you go.
tension, and the digestive system
yes.
slamming to a halt,
yes.
resulting in nausea, vomiting, diarrhea.
Your body is in a mess.
Yeah.
It's in a tight mess. And I've been there. I haven't always been where, this kind of like God, that comes through, your faith builds through tests, through time, through going through trials and tribulations. Like Andre Krauss say, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. See, you go through one, and then you learn. And you go through one, and then you learn. And as you continue to grow, you continue to see Bishop and others around, years later, you'll be like, you know what? It's all right. You'll be confident in your wife. It's all right, honey. I got it. God's got it. We're gonna be okay. You understand? We got this. What am I? No, we got it. It's okay. You see what I'm saying? How can you be so sure? Because it's tested and tried. You see what I'm trying to say? I've been there, been through it. I've been over one hurdle, and over another hurdle, and over each hurdle, it seems like one get higher and higher, but God always delivers. He always come through. He might not come through the way he did at the first hurdle, because see, you were a baby then. See, God has a God has a sense of humor. See, when you're a baby, see, sometimes he'll answer you'll pray like this, Lord, remove my headache, boom, it's gone. Wow! My headache's gone, man! You're excited. But as time goes on, you grow a little bit. You see what I'm trying to say? No, you have to then walk by faith. I got you. You see what I'm trying to say? Whether it's a headache, or whether it's a leg, or whether it's a this, or whatever going on. But you're walking by faith now, and you're understanding more so that God's got you. So you're not in a knot. The world around you will be in a knot. And that is a testimony to others that are around you. That's a testimony that people that don't know God. You understand what I'm trying to say? They're like over there all in a tizzy, and you're relaxing in the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? And they're like, how can you do that? Amen? Amen? All right, bless God. Bishop is in. Okay, I'm going to start with let's start with, this is a good one to start with, I think. We'll start with number 5. Stop keeping to yourself. Stop keeping to yourself. How can that help us live long? How can that help us live a long, healthy life? To stop keeping to ourselves. Anybody?
Because we were...
okay, here you go, sister.
I think depression will come from being isolated.
Depression can come from being isolated. That's a huge one. Anybody else?
We were created to communicate.
We were created to communicate. Okay? Yeah. What kind of people we have that kind of be alone a lot of times?
People with depression.
Seniors, okay? Yep. And people with depression, but depression, like she says, is a symptom. It's kind of comes on after something. So if you're kind of isolated, you're thinking the world's against you and nothing is going to work, or people would say to me one time. Used to say to me one time, they say, well, after my family had passed away, and they were like wondering, I guess, what I was going to do, and I don't know what they were thinking I was going to live, but I guess they were trying to figure out, and like, wow, you still. I said, okay, I tried this one. I tried pulling down all the shades. I tried making everything all nice and dark. I tried pulling the covers over my head. I tried not thinking I'm not going to get out of bed. I tried doing all of that, and it didn't work for me. That was just not my character. You see what I'm trying to say? It didn't work for me. So that's not going to help. And yes, when you're alone. So we were made to be with others. So let's just really quick, some ways, and I want to leave you just with that. So some ways we can do that. Number 1, I wrote down some on my phone. Get into a prayer group. That's a good thing. Okay? Prayer line or prayer group. That's a good thing. Now, get into a church if you can. That's a good thing. Why? Because I'm in a church, but that's a good thing. That's a safe place. It's a good place. Okay? Meet up with friends. We have a walking group. Find a safe group to do some outside walking and exercising to help cover all